Hello, happy Valentine's Day. But before you go out there wearing red like I'm wearing red and then trying to celebrate Valentine the way you deem fit or necessary to celebrate Valentine, I think you should get to do a little checkup on who was Saint Valentine, what was the story behind this whole Valentine's Day stuff. And then I'm going to give you a brief on it as fast as I can. So move along with me in this journey. Saint Valentine was a priest in the late century in Rome. That's about the year 260 or thereabouts. Now, who is this Saint Valentine that you're celebrating? I told you he's a priest. He's a healer. He heals people, and he's a gospel preacher.
He was a priest in the late 3rd century in Rome.
So he tends to convert people to Christ. So during his time in Rome, there was high level of immorality. People want to do immoral acts and everything during his time in Rome. So what he does is he tries to admonish people to live the right way and do the right things and live right. So people don't want to listen because the easiest way for them to live is to act immoral and do immoral things. So during this time in Rome, there was an invasion of Gulf towards Rome, and Rome needed a lot of people to go to war during this time. And people love their enjoyment, they love their life, so they don't want to go to war.
During his reign, Claudius issued an edict that made marriage illegal.
There was an invasion of Goths towards Rome, and they needed a lot of people to go to war.
So the only way they can escape war, because there's a new rule that states that if you are married, you will not go to war. But if you're still single, you have to go to war. So what Saint Valentine now did, that he used that opportunity to convert those people to Christ, because they were all trying to do immoral things from time to time, very, very regular. So he tried, what he had to do was to convert these people to Christ, and then he now got them married secretly.
Valentine was arrested and brought to Rome. While he was being held captive, he presented the gospel to his jailer, the judge Asterius.
So that secret marriage stuff is kind of a crime, because you are preventing people from going to war, and the Rome at that time needed, in Italy, they needed to actually go to war. They needed a lot of people, and you're preventing that from happening. So they got a hold of him, they caught him, and they were supposed to send him to jail. So the judge at that time, they brought St. Valentine's to the judge at that time, and he started preaching the gospel to the judge, and the judge said, prove it. And then he brought his adopted daughter, and that was blind, and laid hands on the daughter, and the daughter received the sight. Now Saint Valentine was finally martyred on February 14th, year 269. So when we talk about Saint Valentine and the celebration of Valentine's Day, we are referring to the sacrifice that the priest Saint Valentine's did for the church, because he was trying to uphold the moral standard of marriage and practice of the church by getting people married and converting them, and still standing on his ground despite the high level of immorality in the society as at that moment. So my dear brothers, my dear sisters, Saint Valentine's Day, with all the flowers and all the hearts, signifies that sacrifice that Saint Valentine did for the church. He didn't do it for your lover boy or your lover girl. It was not for that angle. So you now see that most people in our present day now has turned it upside down, thinking that, oh, Saint Valentine's Day is Lover's Day. Sorry, it is not actually Lover's Day from your own point of view. It is Lover's Day from Jesus's point of view, because it is a medium. He found an opportunity to be able to convert people to Christ and get them married. So if you are having any celebration of Valentine's Day, you should also have that at the back of your mind, that he was doing it for the church and for Christ. So he was not doing it because he was trying to encourage people to become lovers, to encourage people to continue in their relationships. No, he was only trying to uphold a moral standards in the church. And the best way to do it was to get these people married. And before he got them married, he had to convert them to Christ. So when the time he converted them to Christ, then he now got them married. And that was a risky thing to do. So when they now heard that, oh, he's dead, a lot of people were like, wow, this man actually did a great thing for the people of Rome as at that time.
He left a note for the girl signed, "Your Valentine." Some say this led to the practice of sending valentines on February 14th, the day he was beheaded.
And he should be honored. And then before you know it, these young people of this present days has decided to pick it up and decided to start using it for their own personal gains, waiting for someone to bring flowers to them, waiting for someone to bring gifts to them, waiting for someone to take them out, for someone that died. Hello. It is not a special day, just like we have Children's Day, we have Workers' Day. It is not a special day designed for you to take yourself out and marry. It is time for you to sit back and reflect on why did Saint Valentine take that risk of actually going to do those things, even in the time of war. Why did Saint Valentine decide to convert these guys, even when they had high levels of immorality in his days? Why did he go ahead to convert these people and then get them married? You see, so it was not about he was not trying to encourage boyfriend-girlfriend relationship stuff. He was not trying to encourage love per se, as per what we all have it in our minds. He was only trying to convert people and let them live the way they're supposed to live in Christ. So if you do not know about the story, or you've heard about the story but you are not fully convinced about what it is, I think by now you should have been able to understand what the story, the real origin of the St. Valentine's Day all about. So you are observing the St. Valentine's Day. You should know what you're observing, you should understand what you're observing, and you should know that it is not just one day where you go out with your boyfriends and enjoy yourself and eat out. It's a day where you even sit at home, or if you're at work or school or whatever it is, and reflect. It's a time for you to reflect. And then by the time you're sending love stuff to people, you're understanding that Christ also died for them too. And if Christ died for them, it actually means that Christ died for them for a purpose. So the Saint Valentine was also martyred for a purpose, because he was actually doing something that Christ sent him to do. His purpose was not, like I said initially, was not just to gather some people and then encourage them. You people are having love game. Oh, beautiful. Keep it up. I will support you people. No, he was not trying to support them. He was trying to push people out of immoral acts and bring them into Christ, and also giving them an opportunity of getting married, because he was a priest. He had the opportunity of getting people married. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you were enlightened by this program.